Hey guys, hope you're all having a wonderful day and welcome back to another episode in the How to Checkmate series. Today is Christmas to me. I'm not sure what day you might be watching this, but whatever day it is, I hope you're having a great day. And today I'm going to be showing you how to checkmate with the two bishops. And this only comes up in something silly like 0.3% of games, but on the off chance that you get it once in your life, it'll be good to know. So before we get into this, make sure you have liked, you're subscribed, and you have post notifications turned on. And definitely make sure you stay till the end of the video as well, because today I'll be giving you a puzzle to do. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm not sure if there's a name for this method, but yeah, if anybody knows the name of it, please tell me in the comments or whatever. But yeah, basically what we want to start thinking about with checkmating with the bishops is controlling the 4 center squares. If we control the 4 center squares, then it becomes much easier to trap the king to be able to checkmate him. Because when we checkmate with the bishops, you always want to do it with the king in the corner. There's not really any other way to do it. So how we would go about this is we want to kind of outmaneuver the king, so obviously we can't put our bishops like here first because it just gets attacked and then we might have to defend it. We might just end up messing ourselves up. So what we want to do here is just like sort of, I mean obviously they want to stay in the center, they want to stay as far away from the corners as possible. So we're going to go here, he goes here, then you can see we can start influencing these diagonals, and then obviously it can't use these squares, so it has to come here, and then we bring it to the center, it comes here, and then goes up here. And now you can see that now we've controlled the center, we actually have this pattern going on where the king is actually trapped in this triangle shape almost. And the method of the bishop checkmate is to keep making this triangle smaller and smaller until it gets to like here. And then at that point, that's when we start maneuvering the bishops back so that we can checkmate him in the corner of the board. So once you have put your bishops in the center of the board and you have made the triangle to trap the black king, the next step now is a lot of king maneuvers. So first, like say, I don't know, black moves their king, what they're going to do is they're going to stay as close to your bishops as possible. So now it comes here, we come here, obviously they want to stay there, but now we want to make sure we don't go here, because if we go here then they might be able to annoy you and take opposition. So what we actually want to do is we want to go on the outside, and now that means if they come here we can take opposition, and then after they come back we take opposition again and we take more space. So after we've gained this position where we have taken opposition, you can see now that the king is forced up. So now after it comes up, what we want to do now is we want to put the bishops in a position where we can move one up but the king still can't come down. Now how do you think we can do that? Well, it is a bishop move, and what it is we want to move a bishop up by 1 square. Now as you can see, if we put this bishop up here, the king just comes down, and then we're going to have a hard time defending it. Obviously, like, I don't know, comes here and it takes, and it'll be all alone, just like me. So yeah, obviously it's not going to be with the light squared bishop because the king just comes down. So we want to do it with the light square bishop. Now you can see here we're controlling the dark squares and the light squares, by basically making a wall in front of the king. So now after he's done that, he obviously can't move down now. So now we do this, and then we move this bishop up. And now what you can see we've done here is previously where we had our bishops on these squares and we had the triangle. Now what we've done by moving the bishops up is we've made the triangle smaller. So now you can see we're controlling these squares and the king has less squares to go to. So now we just repeat the process, and what we do is we just do our king maneuvers again. So say he comes here, we just go here, and obviously they can't come here, so we go here, then we take opposition again, then they're forced to come here, we take opposition again. And then now again it's like the same position as before. The king is forced up. At this time, say they go to this square, then what do you think we do now? Because remember, we want to move one bishop up but we want to keep controlling the squares here so that the king can't come back down. I'll give you a couple of seconds to see if you can work out which bishop it would be. So well done if you managed to find it, and the bishop that we are moving this time is this bishop, because now you can see we are controlling all these squares, and this square, d7, is controlled by the king instead of a bishop this time. So now, after the king moves along, we want to go here, and now you can see now the king only has these two squares to move to. So what we do now is just king maneuvers, and what we want to do is bring our king over here where we want to control this light square. So we come here like this, we just bring our king around, and after it's come here, what we want to do now is do what's called a wasting move almost. So the main move here, it's usually with the light squared bishop, is we just want to move it, so we move it to this diagonal, and we're still controlling these squares, but what this does is it forces the king to come back. So after you've done this, you can then go here, and now you can see the king is forced to this square, and after it's come to this square, now you have to remember this step because it's more wasting moves. So when you move a bishop back like this, the king is forced to this square, then it's just like the ladder mate but with bishops this time. Come here, king has one square, then we go here, and that's mate. So this is today's puzzle, and the tip for this puzzle is, well, there's two tips really. One is look for forks, and the other is don't fall into the trap of, well, if I move there he just takes my piece. And I'll give you a couple of seconds to find it. Now, congratulations if you found it, and the move is knight g6. And this is what I meant by, well, don't fall into that trap of, well, if I just put my knight here, what happens if he just takes? And if he takes, then we take a rook, and then we're up the exchange, and white will go on to win this game. Now, what happens if black exchanges rooks first? Well, we take this rook, and it comes with check. So now the king has to move. So now after takes, we're up an exchange again, and white will again go on to win this game. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys got a lot out of this, and I hope that you have chosen to subscribe like a good person, because you should already be subscribed. I don't even know why I'm having to talk about this, but yeah, definitely subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you like and leave a comment of I don't know, whatever you want. Tell me your name, I guess, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.